shout. You weak-livered milk drinkers can let your throats run dry. 'Cause there's just one drink that we will sink until the day we die. Drinking mead in the halls of Whiterun, the maidens and the men. We swig our brew until we spew, then we fill our mugs again. You can keep your filthy skooma, it makes our bellies bleed. 'Cause when we raise our flagon to another dead dragon, there is just one drink we need. Nordmead. Nordmead. Chug another mead and another mead, chug another mead till you fall down. Chug another mead and another mead, chug another mead, warrior. After the long hard days of hunting and of war, our throats are tired and thirsty and our bodies drenched in gore. But we won't waste our evenings feeling tired and feeling spent. We perk right up when we breathe in that wholesome honey scent. That's iridyllic brandy, too fruity for these tongues. You can keep your fancy out to wine, it tastes like Harker dung. Balmora Blue tastes great to you, but here we like it plain. Just fill my mug with a mighty jug of honey, heart and grey. Drinking mead in the halls of Whiterun, the maidens and the men. We swig our brew until we spew, then we fill our mugs again. You can keep your filthy skooma, it makes our bellies bleed. 'Cause when we raise our flagon to another dead dragon, there is just one drink we need. Nordmead. 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 Another mead, another mead till you fall down. Nordmead. Another mead, another mead, warrior.
Hey there everyone, it's Val and welcome back to Skyrim Zahjira's Travels. And I have good news to report. Zahjira is able to successfully take a nap and save the game. I was shocked. Okay, well, I'm glad. Still not happy it was happening in the first place, but hey, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, let's wake Zahjira up and let's find out what's going on at High Hrothgar. Oh, thank you for letting Khajiit sleep. Oh, she was so tired. Oh, she's still trying to wake up even though she had a very long sleep. Hi, Bori. Speaking of bee people, where's the boys? Ah, there we go. You guys have your breakfast? Khajiit is gonna have some breakfast. Well, Master Arngeir's right there. She will have her breakfast after she speaks with him, if she remembers.
Wind, guide you.
Indeed, Master Arngeir. Khajiit has returned?
Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn.
Thank you. Khajiit is doing her best. Zahjira wishes to learn the shout that was used to defeat Alduin. And we'll find out if he asks Khajiit how she knows that.
Where did you learn of that?
Oh,
Who have you been talking to?
What? Well, Khajiit, she doesn't want to lie to him. I mean, there's no reason to lie. As far as she knows, the Greybeards don't hate the Blades. The Blades may have helped Zahjira to find out about it.
The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds.
Okay, no
they
love
have always
lost.
sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom.
Ah.
Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
The Blades may be helping, but Zahjira is not their puppet. Khajiit does value knowledge, and she values learning. She will never change from that. She has always valued learning. You don't need to worry about that. She is not going to turn into some bloodthirsty warrior who cares nothing for knowledge or the meaning of things. She tries to do the right thing, and she doesn't always succeed, but she tries. And she tries to understand what that thing is before she does it. So if the Blades ask her to do something that seems utterly wrong, yes, she will tell them no. Frankly, Master, she would say no to you too if you asked her to do something she considered wrong. Because she is her own Khajiit, yes?
No, of course not. Forgive me, Dragonborn. I have been intemperate with you. But heed my warning. The Blades may say they serve the Dragonborn, but they do not. They never have.
Khajiit understands that people have their own motivations, and they do not... In fact, usually they don't tell Zahjira their true motivations. Or at least not all of it. Zahjira often has her own motivations for things as well that she doesn't share with people, so she will bear your words in mind. However, she will be careful. So, about this shout, can you teach Zahjira this shout?
No,
Oh,
I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it.
well,
It is called Dragon Rend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragon Rend holds no place within the way of the voice.
well, the Blades do believe that the return of Alduin signals the end of the world unless Khajiit, as the Dragonborn, does something. Khajiit would kind of like the world not to end. How can Zahjira defeat Alduin if the shout is lost?
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses.
Paarthurnax? Who is Paarthurnax? Khajiit has not met him.
He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice.
Well, yes, you would think so to be the leader. Although, to be honest, Khajiit had kind of forgotten that you weren't the leader. She knows she must have known that, but she thinks that's one of the little bits of information that, she lost in the avalanche damage. Why has Zahjira not met Paarthurnax yet? She has been all around this building, and she has not seen any doors which are forbidden. At least not that look like a door, anyway.
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain.
Oh, well, that explains it.
Speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders.
Oh.
Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
Oh, indeed. Khajiit understands that. So, how will Zahjira get to the top of the mountain to see him? Will she be allowed? Or is she not... Will she have to do something to earn the privilege of speaking to your leader?
Only those whose voice is strong can find the path.
Oh.
We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Oh, okay. And if Khajiit can do what she needs to do with the shout, then she earns the right to see him by getting there. Ah, she understands. That makes a lot of sense. Even walking, Khajiit is faster. She is an agile feline. Oh, Khajiit goes first? Alright. Where is Master Arngeir? Zenseb on Mixer, hello, welcome to the stream. The title of this is Let's Roleplay Skyrim, Zahjira's Travels. And this is an SRP stream, which is what the SRP in the upper left-hand corner means. To basically explain in short form what that means, it means that I'm in character, except when I'm in a screen like this. I'm role-playing as Zahjira, and actually I think you already have understand what's going on because you put OOC in your comment. Excellent. I just noticed that. Fantastic. If you have any other questions, let me know. And welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it. Oh, there he is.
Follow me. I will show you how to open the path to Paarthurnax.
While you and I are walking, why is the Dragon Rend shout so terrible?
It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult.
Oh.
Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout.
Ah.
When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself.
Oh. Khajiit will bear that in mind.
Sky above, voice within.
Indeed, sir. Oh, you see me on another platform. Your Sebastian is better. Ah, well, hello. I'm sorry I don't recall your name. I apologize for that, but it must have been a little while. You've just changed your username and you can't change it back. Ah. That explains the Seb in your name. Gotcha. Where does Khajiit need to go, sir? She has a feeling the boys are going to have to wait back here for her. Because if she has to go up on the mountain and use the shout to get there, they might perish if they come with her, and that would not... That would be terrible, because she would feel horrible about that. That's assuming, of course, Khajiit makes it to the top of the mountain intact, but, you know.
The path to Paarthurnax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way.
All right. Khajiit is listening. Okay. Actually, Seb, since this is the first time you've been watching the Skyrim one, I am going to read the information that I've got about creating a character. Part of it is based on issues that I've been having. So if it seems very restrictive, I apologize for that, but I'm trying to head off problems before they start. There's still a lot that's open to roleplay, so try to stick to a single character. If you keep creating and dropping acceptable characters in quick succession, Zahjira will become deaf to you. Acceptable origins. Spirit of a dead person of no special background or importance, and with no secret knowledge of any of Tamriel in any time. No matter where your character comes from or when, they are not high-ranking or lore-important people. That includes liches, dragons, Aedra, Daedra, gods, or anything else like that. Acceptable characters currently alive from Tamriel. None. 0. Zip. Recently dead Tamriel people. If you are dead for at least a year, your character's dead, not you personally. If your character is dead for at least a year, they could be a Stormcloak or Imperial soldier, somebody like a rank and file, a farmer, even a denizen of Oblivion, or a very, very minor noble. Anything like that, but you have to be deceased for at least a year. Acceptable dead or alive people from elsewhere, in other words, like other worlds. That's pretty open, just follow the other general guidelines. An ordinary person is the safest, someone using an orb or the like to communicate, if you're alive, obviously. No spoilers. No matter who your character is, they should have no information that postdates the start of the Skyrim timeline. They have no knowledge of secrets, no special inside knowledge, and no acquaintance of currently alive, lore important characters in Tamriel. The only minor exception is things like if you're a recently dead soldier, again, dead for at least a year, you could have information about your faction camp and other minor things, as long as it doesn't include quest spoilers. Hopefully that provides you with your information, and if your character currently fits into that, then just do your next comment and Zahjira will start responding to your character there. Awesome. And I'm actually going to be doing an updated what is SRP video that will have this in there, and I'll probably end up putting this in a link that I can just throw in chat and say, please read this, because people are probably going to get tired of listening to me read this stuff. Sip. Okay, thanks. No. Khajiit is looking.
Core.
All right.
I will grant you my understanding of clear skies.
Khajiit is ready.
This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn.
Ooh.
Use it well.
Khajiit will do her best. Oh, this always feels bizarre. Okay.
Clear
Khajiit.
skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time.
Okay.
The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Yes, Master. Khajiit will bear all your words of wisdom in mind and do her best. Thank you for teaching her. Hopefully she will be back to speak with you again. And fellas, Khajiit will have to ask you to wait here. Because she thinks she needs to do this on her own. She is not cold. And hello to a new voice, a new spirit, a new advisor. You're a person of a boring past. You have no interests and you're boring to hang around. Khajiit, sure that is not true. It is nice to make your acquaintance. What he did was he taught Khajiit something, and in fact, she needs to contemplate this thing that she just learned. This one. And she needs to try it. She is going to meet the leader, Paarthurnax. Wonder what he's like. Okay. Okay, that's cold. Okay. That worked. Let's see how far Khajiit can get. Ooh. Thum gra mal. Ah, she has to wait. Thum gra mal. Sure, why not? Oh. Thum gra mal. Oh, if Khajiit was thinking, she would have used her bow. She needs to use her bow. Thum gra mal. Khajiit hears your voice, but she will respond after. She is kind of busy at the moment. Okay. Oh. Khajiit has many pretty rings, yes. Any ideas what's fun? Not dying. Khajiit highly recommends not dying. Thum gra mal. That is not... No. That is not the right one. Thum gra mal. Okay. Thum gra mal. Oh, that goat. Ouch. Khajiit kind of needs a little bit of healing here. All right. It's getting a little hard for Khajiit to see. Oh, no, you don't. Okay. Seb, the answer to your question, yes, you can have knowledge of the geography of Tamriel if your character was someone who was alive in the past. However, they would not have any knowledge of current geography changes. So, for example, you might know if your character came from the location that Tamriel is in, they might know of a commonly known ruin, but they wouldn't know of secret places. So just bear that in mind. The reason that I have done these guidelines rather restrictedly is I tried having them much more open when I started, and it was going poorly. So people were basically abusing the fact that they have OOC knowledge to provide information about places they couldn't possibly know about if they had actually lived in the land. So so things like if your character lived like 100 years in the past, they might have lived in the Imperial City then. And they could say, well, you know, in my day in the Imperial City we did la da 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 kind of thing. You know, that's perfectly fine. It just, nothing that could potentially provide spoilers, even though I have played through Skyrim multiple times and I know all the landscapes. Zahjira does not. Okay, Khajiit thinks perhaps a spot of healing is in order. And possibly some spells. She just realized she has forgotten to put her normal spells on. She gets too easily used to having the boys with her. Forgetting that as a mage, she is little more than... well, she might as well be made out of paper. Right, we need this. Let's get these. That. And Khajiit thinks she will actually do a little bit of sneaking, because she does so much better when she shoots something when they don't know she's there yet. She can pick her spot a little better, especially with things that move so quickly like this. She fired so many arrows. Oh dear. Well, that's someone who didn't make it up here to see Parthenax. And it does seem that once Khajiit has cleared the way back is not being closed behind her. Ah, there's that. Okay. Thum gra mal. Yeah, watch, there won't be any more things. Mind you, it is a mountain, but we are already pretty high up the mountain. We must be getting close. Yes, Khajiit thinks we are here. You went to a meteory when you were younger, huh, Seb? And you met someone whose name you don't recognize. You met a friend? Oh no, because she thought that was the... Okay, never mind, it's just rocks. She thought it was carved rocks, but she was incorrect. Oh. Okay. Okay, yep, that's the thing. Thum gra mal. It is rather odd that Khajiit's voice rocks Khajiit as well, isn't it? The character's name is Zahjira, and no, you would not have met her before because she did not come to Tamriel to Skyrim until about a year ago, and she is only in Khajiit. She is only 14 years old, so no, you would not have met her. Her name is spelled Zahjira. Oh. Khajiit. Oh no! There's a dragon! There's a dragon! Oh, crap. Crap. No, no, she needs, her spells. That... It's not attacking Khajiit. Why is it... She doesn't understand. It's just looking at Khajiit. Where is Parthenax? Did you kill Parthenax? What?
Greetings, Wunderneek. I am Parthenax.
What? Wait, what?
Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain?
Wait, what? Parthenax is a dragon? What? Zahjira was not expecting you to be a dragon, although, in a very odd way, it does make sense that the master of the Greybeards who learn and study shouts would be one of the beings that originated the shouts. Zahjira was not expecting you to be a dragon.
I am as my father Akatosh made me, as are you, Dovahkiin.
Yes?
Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
Zahjira is still somewhat flat-footed by the fact you're a dragon, and she's still not quite sure you're not going to eat her. Or try to. Zahjira needs to learn the Dragon Wren shout. You can teach it, yes? Hopefully.
Drem. Patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove.
Okay.
By long tradition, the Elder speaks first.
Khajiit is pretty sure that's you.
Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin.
Okay.
I have spoken. The Rotmulag waits. A gift, Dovahkiin. You'll understand fire as the Dove do.
Oh. Okay. She's learning from a dragon.
Why do you delay? Are you Dovahkiin or not?
Thum gra
Do
mal.
not be afraid. Fasnu, let me feel. Ah, yes. Sosedo Vlostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you.
It does?
It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind.
Khajiit guesses that makes sense?
So, you have made your way here to me.
Yes.
No easy task for a jaw mortal, even for one of Dovahsos, dragon blood.
There was a few...
What would you ask of me?
Well, Khajiit already asked. You can teach Zahjira the Dragon Wrench shout, no? Alduin. Alduin has returned, and Zahjira must stop him from destroying the world.
Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
Yes. Khajiit... Well, if Khajiit had known you were here, perhaps she would have come sooner. Or, requested to come sooner, but she did not know. The Greybeards did not wish Zahjira to come at all.
Yes, they are very protective of me, Bahlan Fadon. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me.
Why not?
Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons.
Oh.
Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
But Zahjira is not a dragon. At least, she has dragon blood, but she doesn't look like a dragon. How can she learn it?
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this, Thum?
But Khajiit has already explained. Khajiit likes this world. She doesn't want it to end.
Prusa, as good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all. Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass.
Oh.
Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa? Lean Vokeen? Would you stop the next world from being born?
Khajiit had not thought of it that way. Khajiit understands that there is life and that there is death, and when there must be death in order for there to be new life. But she did not think that applied to a world, not the whole world. But in truth, only this world concerns Zahjira. The next world will have to take care of itself. This is the world with the people she loves in it.
Paz, a fair answer. Rofus, maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world.
Possibly?
Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end. Wulsetid los trahodis.
Does time have an end? Well, that's disturbing.
Those who try to hasten the end may delay it. Those who work to delay the end may bring it closer.
Well, that's comforting. At all?
But
Not
you
at
have
all?
indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name Throat of the World?
You like the view? Since Zahjira only recently learned of you, she really hasn't given it much thought. She hasn't had a chance.
This is the most sacred mountain in Skyrim, Zokravak Struma, the great mountain of the world.
Oh.
Here, the ancient tongues, the first mortal masters of the voice, brought Alduin to battle and defeated him.
Right here? Using the Dragon Rend shout, no?
Yes and no. Viknuzny Karon. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him.
That is a fair point, Khajiit will admit.
The Nords of those days used the Dragon Rend shout to cripple Alduin.
Oh.
But this was not enough.
Apparently not.
Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
Oh, Khajiit doesn't have one of those. An Elder Scroll. Zahjira has not heard of such a thing before. Whatever they are, she doesn't have anything that's called that.
How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time.
Outside time?
It does not exist, but it has always existed.
That doesn't make sense.
Rahwalan. They are fragments of creation. The
Okay.
Kele, Elder Scrolls, as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll.
Oh.
But this is only a small part of their power. Zofa Suryek.
Okay. You're saying the ancient Nords set Alduin forward in time, no? Using this artifact out of time, this Elder Scroll?
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface.
And he has.
Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when.
Thousands. Oh, okay. So that brings it to Khajiit that she is speaking to a being that is older than any of the nations that currently exist. Older than any buildings probably that were ever built. But, oh, okay, and she's been killing dragons. Are they all as old as Parthenax, she wonders. As much as Khajiit is enjoying the philosophical debate, and she has been given a lot to think about, you are speaking in circles. How does any of this help Zahjira in her quest to save the world, to stop it from being ended by Alduin?
Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin.
Oh.
If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here
Oh?
to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound. With the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break.
And how would that help?
You could learn Dragonrend.
Oh.
From those who created it.
Wait, from them? No problem. Khajiit will just get a mystical ancient artifact that lives outside of time that she's never heard of before. She may have read the phrase before. She really doesn't remember. She's had an accident recently. You probably know that. How do you know where Zahjira can find an Elder Scroll, or do you know where she can find one?
Croesus, no.
Oh.
I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here.
Yeah, people might have noticed you.
You are likely better informed than I.
Oh, good. Good. Great. Lovely. Khajiit is very ill-informed in the matter of Elder Scrolls. She has no clue. Although she might know some people she can ask. The lorekeeper at the College of Winterhold may know. Khajiit will speak to him.
Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way.
Possibly the Greybeards may know as well. Master Arngeir. If it's all right, Khajiit would like to ask a few more questions. She'd like to make the most of the opportunity to speak to you. She is humbled in your presence. You are a good dragon. She did not think that there were any. In fact, when she saw you, she thought you were one of the ones that were hurting people and would, try to kill her, which is why she came with fire in her hands. But since you seem willing to speak more to Khajiit, she will do so, and spirits, she knows you have been saying things to her. When she is finished with this very important meeting, she will listen and review what you have said.
Dremyolok, greetings. Speak. I will listen.
Zahjira wishes to know more about the Dragonrend shout. Do you know what it does?
I cannot tell you in detail. I never heard it used. Kogan. It was the first Thum created solely by mortals.
Oh.
It was said to force a dragon to experience the concept of mortality. A truly von Mindoran. Incomprehensible idea to the immortal Dove.
Immortal. Is that why Alduin is able to clothe the bones in flesh once more? Because a dragon that is turned to bones is really not truly dead? Not in the way that a human is? Or a Khajiit? Possibly. That makes a bizarre kind of sense. Even if Khajiit just kind of thought of it. You are the master of the Greybeards, no? Do others come here to train?
I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years.
Oh.
I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me.
Ah, so the Greybeards visit you, but not people to be trained. She understands. You meditate on the words. Zahjira meditates. Perhaps Zahjira could do that too? No?
Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself.
Ah, so Master Arngeir said.
Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self.
Okay.
Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol.
Let's start with Fus.
It is called force in your tongue. But as you push the world, so does the world push back. Think of the way force may be applied effortlessly. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path.
That's hard to imagine.
That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you.
She tries.
Sum Ark Mora. You will push the world harder than it pushes back.
She is contemplating it. Zahjira wishes to meditate on another word of power if you'll teach her.
Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol?
Fine, please.
Fade in your tongue. Mortals have greater affinity for this word than the Dove. Everything mortal fades away in time.
Indeed.
But the spirit remains.
Yes, it does.
Ponder the meaning of spirit.
Yes.
Unslad Zi. Where mortal flesh may wither and die, the spirit endures.
Khajiit understands that more than she did before.
That is fine. Let that meaning fill you.
Yes.
Sum Ark Mora. You will find that your spirit will give you more strength.
Khajiit understands that one. Its meaning fills her much more easily than the first you taught her.
Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol?
Yol, please.
In your tongue, the word simply means fire.
Ooh, Khajiit likes
It
fire.
is change given form. Power at its most primal.
Change given form.
That is the true meaning of Yol. Solyek, power. You have it, as do all Dove. But power is inert without action and choice.
Yes.
Think of this as the fire builds in your sum, in your breath.
My breath?
Sum Ark Mora. What will you burn? What will you spare?
She tries to spare the innocent. Khajiit is always filled with fire. That one was easy for Khajiit to learn as well. Well, as educational and fascinating as Khajiit is finding this other information, Khajiit thinks she should ask a few more questions about this artifact, this piece of creation. What does Zahjira do when she finds the Elder Scroll?
Return it here to the Tid Achran. Then, Kele Vomindok. Nothing is certain with such things. But I believe the scroll's bond with the Tid Achran will allow you a seeing, a vision of the moment of its creation.
Okay.
Then you will feel, know Dragonrend in the power of its first expression.
Khajiit hopes you're
You will
right.
see them, Wuthfadon, my friends, Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir.
Your friends, those sound like Nord names. Hakon, Gormlaith, and Feldir, who are they?
The first mortals that I taught the Thum, the first tongues.
You taught them?
the leaders of the rebellion against Alduin. They were mighty in their day, even to attempt to defeat Alduin. 30Jul17. The Nords have had many heroes since, but none greater.
And Khajiit will be able to meet them? Whoa. How? Oh, Khajiit needs to get back to... She has to ask her questions. How could an Elder Scroll cast Alduin through time? Can you explain?
Vormendok, I do not know.
Ah.
Perhaps in the very doing, they erased the knowing of it from time itself.
Maybe.
The Dove are children of Akatosh. Thus, we are specially attuned to the flow of time. Perhaps also uniquely vulnerable. I warned them against such a rash action. Even I could not foresee its consequences. Nust Lihon. They would not listen.
Now that's people for you. That was a long, long time ago, no? Yet you were there.
Yes. There were a few of us that rebelled against Alduin's Thur, his tyranny. We aided the humans in his overthrow.
Yes, Khajiit understands now.
But they did not trust us. Ni Ov. Their inner councils were kept hidden from us.
Ah.
I was far from here on the day of Alduin's downfall, but all Dove felt the sundering of time itself.
If you're attuned to time, you would feel that, yes. Khajiit can understand that. Master Parthenax, thank you so much for speaking with Khajiit and giving her her next task in her quest to stop Alduin. So he was the master of the dragon cult. That she has been in one of the ruins that she recalls now. And you were there. Khajiit doesn't know what to say. Except she hopes she will be able to come and speak with you again when this is all over. And she is not only coming here just to find things out to continue what she needs to do. She feels that she could learn a lot from you. And she looks forward to that.
Sum Ark Mora.
And Alkosh, hopefully he will let that occur. Whew. Hi. Okay. It's a little unnerving, Khajiit has to admit, to have a dragon looking at her so intently and not trying to eat her. Master Parthenax, if it's alright, Khajiit will have a little bit of a look around and well, she likes to poke about. She won't take anything of yours, she promises. She just wants to look. It's in her nature, yes? Okay. Khajiit is now paying attention to her spirit. She is sorry she wasn't able to respond, but this was a very, very important meeting, and Khajiit could not take breaks in it. And unfortunately, because of my scrolling, it has messed up my chat, so I need to fix it so I can actually see what you were talking about. And Zen Seb, you called him a monstrosity. That is a dragon. And by human standards, they are very unique looking, but they are majestic in their own way, Khajiit thinks. And Yellowface, Khajiit is sorry she could not respond to you. She greets you, and it is nice to meet you again. Oh. And Khajiit thinks she's going to sit here and think and decide what to do next. Alright guys, I need to switch over to the next episode, so thank you guys. If you are watching on YouTube, please look at the upcoming live stream section for the next live stream. That should be number 2.018? 3.018, pardon me. If you're watching on Beam or Mixer or Twitch, the stream will be ended briefly for about 5 minutes before coming back with the next episode. And I'm going to take a quick moment at the beginning of the next episode to read the roleplay guidelines. Actually, no, I don't think there's anybody new here that hasn't heard them, so I think we're good. Alright, never mind. See you in about 5 minutes. And hope you keep enjoying the stream.